Regulate. Policies must ban microbeads and limit plastic production through EPR models. Number 3, educate. It starts with creating awareness like this talk. Here's a simple tip. Wash synthetic cloths in laundry bags that would trap microfibers. Small action, big ripple. The problem with microplastics isn't that they are hard to see. It's that we pretend not to. So let's stop being passive consumers of convenience and start being conscious change makers of consequence. Because if the world's being micro-poisoned, it's time we move macro with our solutions. Thank you.
Thank you, Nithya and Jayashree, for your well-researched and thoughtful words. Taking the conversation forward in our mother tongue, let's welcome Nithila of Class 8, who will speak on the same issue with heartfelt concern and clarity. Please, Nithya. Nihila. Podium.
மொழியினும் மேலா என் உயிருடன் கலந்த எனது தாய்மொழியாம் அன்னை தமிழை வணங்கி கூடியிருக்கும் அனைவருக்கும் என் முதற்கண் வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். என் பெயர் நித்திலா. நெகிழி இல்லா உலகம் படைப்போம் என்பது ஒரு பேரழகு கனவு மட்டுமல்ல, அது நம் தலைமுறைக்கு தேவையும் கூட. இது வெறும் வார்த்தைகளின் கூட்டம் அல்ல, இது நம் அனைவருடைய பொறுப்பையும் சிந்தனையையும் பிரதிபலிக்கின்ற உண்மையாகும். நெகிழியை புதைத்தால் பூமி மாசடைகிறது, அதை எரித்தால் காற்று மாசடைகிறது, நீரில் மிதந்து தண்ணீர் மாசடைகிறது, ஓசோனையும் ஓட்டையாக்குகிறது. இத்தகைய நெகிழி பொருட்களை நாம் பயன்படுத்தக்கூடிய காலம் என்னவோ மிக குறைவுதான். ஆனால் அது அழிவடையும் காலம் 500 ஆண்டுகள். அது ஒரு பாட்டிலாக இருந்தாலோ பையாக இருந்தாலோ அது அழியாமல் நம் பூமியின் மேலே ஒரு சுமையாகவே இருக்கிறது. பூமிக்கு அணுகுண்டால் மட்டும் ஆபத்து வராது. பூமியில் உயிரினங்கள் வாழ தகுதியற்ற நிலையை நாம் உபயோகப்படுத்தும் நெகிழி பொருட்கள் ஏற்படுத்திவிடும் நிலை உருவாகி வருகிறது என உலக விஞ்ஞானிகள் பதட்டத்துடன் அறிவித்துள்ளனர். இந்த நெகிழி குப்பைகள் நிலத்தடத்தில் தண்ணீரை தடுத்து மண் பாசனத்தை அழித்து உயிரினங்களை கொல்லுகின்றன மற்றும் கடல்களை நச்சுமயமாக்கின்றன. இன்றைக்கு உலகமெங்கும் சுற்றுச்சூழல் மாசு, வனநாசம், காலநிலை மாற்றம் ஆகியவை வேகமாக நிகழ்வதற்கான முக்கிய காரணங்களுள் ஒன்று நெகிழிதான். சமீபத்தில் ஒரு செய்தி கேட்டிருப்பீர்கள். ஒரு கடல் ஆமையின் வயிற்றில் 40 நெகிழி பொருட்கள். மீன்கள், பறவைகள், இறால்கள் என பல உயிரினங்கள் நம்மால் வெளியேறும் நெகிழியை உணவென்று சாப்பிட்டு கடைசியில் கொல்லப்படுகின்றன. மனிதனால் உருவாக்கப்பட்ட இந்த நச்சு இயற்கையின் ஒவ்வொரு மூச்சையும் நசுக்கிக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது. சிலர் சொல்வார்கள் பிளாஸ்டிக்கை மறுசுழற்சி செய்யலாம் என்று. ஆனால் உண்மை என்னவென்றால் உலகில் தயாரிக்கப்படும் நெகிழி பொருட்களில் வெறும் 9% மட்டுமே மறுசுழற்சி செய்யப்படுகின்றன. மீதமுள்ளவை நிலத்தில் புதைக்கப்படும் குப்பைகள், கடலில் அடிக்கும் நச்சுகள். அதனால் தான் நமக்கு மறுசுழற்சியை விட மிக முக்கியமானது தவிர்ப்பதே. இதனை அழிக்க பாரம்பரிய வழிகளுள் தீர்வு இருக்கிறது. மடல், ஓலை, மண்பானை, கம்பிளிப்பை இவையெல்லாம் பசுமையோடு பிணைந்த வாழ்க்கை. இன்று நாம் அதே வழியை திரும்ப தேட வேண்டும். அப்போதுதான் நம் சமூகம் இயற்கையின் உள்ளார்ந்த அமைதி தழுவியதாக மாறும். மாற்றம் எங்கே தொடங்க வேண்டும் என்று தெரியுமா? நமக்குள்ளேயே. அதனால் தான் காந்தியடிகள் உலகில் நீங்கள் காண விரும்பும் மாற்றமாக நீங்களே இருங்கள் என்று கூறியிருக்கிறார். எனவே உலகம் மாற வேண்டும் எனில் முதலில் நாம் மாற வேண்டும். அதற்கு மாணவர்களாக நாம் என்ன செய்யலாம்? நெகிழி பைகளை பயன்படுத்தாமல் துணிப்பைகளை எடுத்துச் செல்லலாம். மகிழ்ச்சி தரும் பரிசுகள் நெகிழி கிஃப்டுகள் அல்ல, சுற்றுச்சூழலை சீராக வைக்கும் பரிசுகளை வாங்கலாம். அனைத்து நிகழ்ச்சிகளிலும் நெகிழி பொருட்களுக்கு நோ என்று சொல்லலாம். வீட்டிலும் தெருவிலும் நண்பர்களிடமும் கூட இதை பற்றிய விழிப்புணர்வை ஏற்படுத்தலாம். மேலும் இந்நாளில் நாம் அனைவரும் எடுக்க வேண்டிய உறுதிமொழி என்னவென்றால், நெகிழியை தவிர்த்து பசுமையை பராமரித்து இயற்கையுடன் கூடிய வாழ்க்கையை வாழ்வோம். சத்தமில்லாமல் அழிக்கும் நெகிழி பேரழிவை தடுக்க சத்தமிடுவோம், குரல் எழுப்புவோம். நெகிழி இல்லாத உலகம் ஒரு கனவல்ல, அது நாம் முடிவெடுக்கும் துணிச்சலின் ஆரம்பமாகும். பிறர் என்ன செய்வார்கள் என்று பார்ப்பதல்ல, நாம் என்ன செய்யலாம் என்று பார்ப்பதே சரியான வழிமுறையாகும். அழிவின் தோழனாம் நெகிழியை ஒழிப்போம், வாழ்வின் தோழனாம் இயற்கையை காப்போம் என்று கூறி வாய்ப்பிற்கு நன்றி தெரிவித்து இத்துடன் எனது உரையை முடித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, Nithila. That was heartfelt and impactful. Let's now take a visual journey. I invite Shakti Sai of class 12 to present a brief yet impactful PowerPoint presentation illustrating the long-term consequences of single use of plastic.
Good morning, one and all present here. Before I start my presentation, I would like to share a real-life incident which happened 2 years ago. There were 2 whales which were washed ashore in the Indonesia and in the Philippines. Both the whales were found dead, lifeless. Do you know why? One of the whales which was found in the Indonesia had 85 plastic bottles and 115 plastic bags in its stomach. When the scientists examined the stomach of the another whale which was found in the Philippines, they found 40 kilograms worth of plastics in its stomach. It's because of our carelessness. My name is Shakti Sai and I'm here to present a PPT on the topic of single-use plastics. In this PPT, we'll get to know more about single-use plastics, like the benefits of them, what are all its impact it has on the environment and on our health. We're also seeing the alternates and the global efforts to reduce the use of single-use plastics. First, we'll see what are single-use plastics. Single-use plastics are disposable items made up of fossil fuels which are meant to be used only once. Examples of single-use plastics are water bottles, the plastic cutleries, the plastic containers we use to store our food, also the plastic bags which we use and we buy in our local markets. Single-use plastics has its own benefits too. As you can see, single-use plastics are low cost. They have wide application. That is, they are used in the shipping industry, they are used in the packaging industry. It has a wide application. It is also used in medical industries, like the IV bags, the syringes and the gloves we use are all single-use plastics. Single-use plastics are convenient, they are malleable and they are lightweight. Since single-use plastics have enormous benefits, it has also caused to a great environmental issue. We'll be seeing more about the environmental impacts in this slide. Single-use plastics are non-biodegradable. That is, no microbes or no bacteria can decompose single-use plastics. What plastics do undergo is photodegradation. Photodegradation is a process in which a larger substance is broken down into tiny fragments. In the case of plastic, these tiny fragments are known as microplastics. Microplastics are filled all around the landfills and in the oceans. They cause many health hazards, which we'll be seeing in the upcoming slide. Plastics takes up to 500 to 1,000 years just to break down. They don't get decomposed still. Marine pollution. Among all the organisms which are affected by the plastics, marine population is the one which faces the most severe consequences. Per year, over 8 billion tons of plastics have been dumped into the ocean. Many of these ocean debris entangle them, and animals also mistake them as food and they engulf it, which ultimately leads to death. Plastics also clog the drains. Especially in India, in Chennai, we expect flood every year. And the single-use plastics increase the probability of getting flood, as they can cause urban flooding and more mosquito-borne diseases. We'll now see about the health hazards which single-use plastics has to offer to us. Do you know that microplastics are even found in the human blood? They are found in the human heart, in the lungs, and they are even found in breast milk. Respiratory problems. When plastics are burned, they release harmful chemicals such as dioxins and PCBs, which can cause many respiratory problems. Like they can cause lung diseases, lung infections. They are also proven to cause cancer. Chemical leaching. As we were seeing about the microplastics in the earlier slide, microplastics eventually get mixed up with the water we drink and the food we engulf. So that many chemicals such as BPA and phthalates are leaching into our body. These chemicals can cause long-term effects such as hormonal disruptions and endocrine disruptions too. They can also have a great reproductive impact. As you can see, phthalates, which is a toxic compound, can reduce the level of testosterone and they are also proven to lower the sperm motility. We now know that single-use plastics, more to be common, are highly dangerous. What are the steps, what are the alternatives we can use to reduce the usage of single-use plastics? We can offer more reusable items, such as plastic, cloth, and jute bags. We can also use metal and glass bottles instead of using the traditional plastic ones. We can go for more sustainable containers, like cornstarch-based containers and reusable plastic containers to store our food and store our things and stuff. Greener packaging. As you can see, there's a soap bar which is being wrapped with a plastic wrapper, which is more sustainable and greener to the environment. We can use eco-friendly cutleries like wooden, metal spoons, forks. We can also use metal straws instead of the plastic straws. In our last slide, we will be looking more about the most successful and well-known bans and issues or orders which have been issued to eradicate the use of single-use plastics. Rwanda has impacted a full ban on plastic bags since 2008. Canada, under the Canadian Environment Protection Act 1999, has also faced a ban of single-use plastics of some kind. United Kingdom has also banned a set of single-use plastics as per the European Union. India too has banned 19 single-use plastics, which was initiated by our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. Even in Tamil Nadu, we have banned single-use plastics which are below the regulatory thickness of 100 micrometers. There are many movements, like in Tamil Nadu, we have Negili Masilla Tamilagam campaign. We also have Negili Illa Tamilagam campaigns. These campaigns also increase the awareness among people to reduce the use of single-use plastics. We just have to remember one thing. When the last fish dies, when the last river dries, when the last tree falls, the humankind may also fall. The smallest step we take now towards a cleaner and brighter future is the biggest move we make. Thank you.
Thank you, Shakti. A picture indeed speaks 1,000 words. At this moment, I request you all kindly rise and join Sachita of Class 10C taking the NGTM pledge.
நெகிழி மாசில்லா தமிழ்நாடு உறுதிமொழி நெகிழி மாசில்லா தமிழ்நாடு நெகிழ்ச்சியான தமிழ்நாடு மகிழ்ச்சியான தமிழ்நாடு இன்றைய மாணவர்களாகிய நாங்கள் உயிரினங்களுக்கு கேடு விளைவிக்கும் நெகிழியை முற்றிலும் தவிர்த்து நாளைய தமிழ்நாட்டை பசுமையாக்கக்கூடிய இந்த நெகிழி மாசில்லா தமிழ்நாடு இயக்கத்தில் சேர்ந்து நம்மையும் நம்மை சுற்றியுள்ள அனைத்து இடங்களையும் தூய்மையாக வைப்பது மட்டுமின்றி மனித உயிர்களுக்கு தீங்கு தரக்கூடிய இந்த நெகிழியை நம் அன்றாட வாழ்விலிருந்து அகற்றுவதோடு ஏற்கனவே புழக்கத்தில் இருக்கும் நெகிழியை சரியான முறையில் அழித்து அதற்கு மாற்றாக இருக்கும் இயற்கையால் ஆன பலதரப்பட்ட பொருட்களை பயன்படுத்தி மகிழ்ச்சியாகவும் நலமாகவும் வாழ்வோம் என்றும் தலைமுறைகள் போற்றும் தொலைநோக்கு திட்டமாகிய நெகிழி மாசில்லா தமிழ்நாட்டை உருவாக்குவோம் என்றும் உளமாற ஏற்கிறோம். நெகிழி மாசில்லா தமிழ்நாடு, நெகிழ்ச்சியான தமிழ்நாடு, மகிழ்ச்சியான தமிழ்நாடு.
Thank you, Sachita. Please be seated. To take our understanding a step further, we now have a short yet powerful video presentation that brings reality world examples and alternatives of use of single-use plastic in focus. Let's watch and reflect.
தங்கமழை பெய்ய வேண்டும் தங்கமழை பெய்ய வேண்டும் தமிழுக்குள் பாட வேண்டும் மழை பெய்ய வேண்டும்
We hope this serves a visual reminder of the change we can all be part of. Our students recently made us proud by achieving the 3rd place in endurance and 1st place in energy at the H2GP, a prestigious platform for innovation and sustainability. And now it's time to hear from the guiding force behind many of our proud achievements, someone who always encourages us to dream big and do better. May I now invite our mentor and the driving force behind the success of H2GP, our advisor, ma'am, Dr. K.A. Malati, to share a few words with us. Please, ma'am. And I also request the brilliant Hydrohawk team to join ma'am on stage
with their mentors. Good morning, everyone. I take this opportunity first to thank Mr. Fatta for choosing us, and then it's definitely been an honor to spread the message that you have for the world. You know, Negadi Masilla, Tamil Nadu, which is very, very important and which is very, very close to each one of us. Going forward, I think, you know, all that we can leave for the future generation is a world where there is no plastic, where there is no pollution, not much of pollution, where our children feel happy. It is not about the riches, you know, the wealth that we leave behind, but it is about the, you know, free air, unpolluted air, unpolluted water, which is very, very important for all living beings on earth. Don't you agree, children? What is needed for your future and for your future generations to come? What is needed? Is it money or unpolluted air and then water? What is it that is needed? Exactly. So what is it that we need to do? Today we took the pledge about Negadi Masilla, Tamil Nadu, and I'm very happy to share that we are a plastic-free campus, and the children do not bring anything related to plastic, single-use plastic in school. Of course, though we understand that reusable plastic is only 9%, but we still will try to minimize. So water bottles, tiffin boxes, no plastic in the campus is allowed. So they remind each other and we do not have to tell them. We talk about sustainable energy at every point wherever that is possible. These people who are standing beside me, it's been definitely my privilege, and I have to thank our dear President, our correspondent, for giving us the opportunity to be part of the Hydrogen Grand Prix. Now talking about plastic, talking about pollution, now we are also looking at, a future which has alternate fuels. How do people commute when definitely oil is going to be in shortage? People are talking about electric cars these days. But there is also a sustainable model through which we create energy for vehicle movement, which is already there in the other countries, isn't it? When we are talking about hydrogen cars in our country, and children have created. SRM Public School is the one and only school and the first school in India to create a hydrogen car and to be part of the race, and who was qualified to be at the world finals. These children made a brilliant thing. They did a lot of research. It's been more than 6 months of research that they have engaged in, and they created from the scratch. Thanks to the mentors for helping them, for being with them in creating this. But why? Why hydrogen? I think that's what they are going to talk about.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Janavashan, and this is Kirtan, Jaymithan, and Jyotish. And one of our teammates, Pranav, is in Delhi. So the Hydrogen Grand Prix is actually an amazing competition to be a part of. So when you look about it, hydrogen is an evolving fuel. So hydrogen might not be in India right now, but it's still evolving, and I think it's going to be here in a few years. So hydrogen, though we might think it's a new type of technology, it's actually pretty simple. We use distilled water to fill these hydrogen sticks, as you can see. I hope you all can see. So basically, we are only using water, just simple water, to make this type of fuel. And when you use the fuel, the byproducts is only water and heat again. So when you take diesel or petrol, all of those, crude oil based fuel, we only get the byproduct of carbon dioxide. And in these times, CO2 can cause a lot of pollution. While hydrogen fuel doesn't cause that much of pollution, and that's very helpful for the future generation, as sustainable development goals ensure a lot of things such as zero pollution, and also saving the environment by using limited resources. So using hydrogen is actually amazing, and the Hydrogen Grand Prix actually allows students to get a hands-on feeling of how hydrogen is changing the world, and how to make it efficient, because the Hydrogen Grand Prix is basically to make students make the most efficient car to do the most amount of laps in a limited amount of time. So I think my friend Kirtan could further talk about different things that we faced in the Hydrogen Grand Prix.
During the training time, we trained for 6 months. All the teammates were training for driving the car, and also learning about the hydrogen car and how to run it and what all modifications we did. First, for the pit stop, we had timers for everything, the run time between the pit lane to the table, and the table time and everything.
Ketan, just tell me one thing. How did you feel? Because we never seen a racetrack. Yes. We've always seen formula racing, which is happening with the real cars. But to see a racetrack for the first time, we created, to be honest, we created a racetrack over here. Maybe this hall was the practice hall for us, because we need to be working. The temperatures were kept at a very low, because we are going to compete in Melbourne, where the temperature was only 7 degrees. So we have got to prepare them, both physically as well as emotionally and mentally for that race. So we thought this was huge enough for us. But when we went there, what was your reaction?
The track was huge, it's the size of an entire basketball court.
Yeah, so that was really huge for them to run the race. And then we thought there will be hurdles, and definitely it was a very different track setup. So first is the new country, new weather, and then the second thing was the tracks were completely different, and it was a huge one. And then what was the reaction when you see your competitors, when you saw your competitors? What was your reaction?
We first felt it's going to be a good competition, and it was. Our competitors knew a lot, and they even taught us some things which we don't know, and we also taught them.
Yeah, so it was collaboration in the sense that what he wants to say at this point of time. May I interpret? Okay. So what he thought is, they may not support us, but the Australian kids were really friendly. And they had practiced for how many years? For more than 1 to 2 years they had experience, because it's a very recent introduction for the school students. I think last year was the first year for them, but they have been practicing since they had the track and everything. Our children, that's the smartness, that Indian education system. We talk about Indian education system, we think that, that's not enough. But actually it has built a lot of resilience and adaptability in our children. So they were able to adapt themselves so quickly, and they were able to, connect with them, trying to understand what is it that is missing in us, what is it that they have, how else we can improvise. Yeah.
So, I mean, students, though we are from different places, though we are from different countries, I mean, entire continents we are separated. They are from Australia, we are from Asia. That doesn't mean that we are completely different. They might be somebody else, they might come from a different school, but at the core, we all ideate, innovate, and invent. So that kind of core concept that, relies in every single student is what connects us all. And the Hydrogen Grand Prix, though I keep on saying how good it is, I can't express how it made us connect with those students, even though through all these boundaries, through the sea, through, land, everything. It's something that allows us students to get that, to become global citizens. Global citizens are the future, where we all have to work together for our future, because that's very important. So I still say it, and the Hydrogen Grand Prix is still amazing.
And with the Hydrogen Grand Prix, can you also talk about the clean energy solutions, because that is related to Negadi Masilla, Tamil Nadu, and the climate change that we are talking about. Would you say that? Because we undertook a program with the government of Victoria for 12 weeks. So, yeah.
So, this Negadi Masilla, Tamil Nadu is amazing. We are talking about single-use plastic and how to avoid them. But there are other aspects when it comes to a clean environment. It doesn't only necessarily mean that we have to reduce the amount of plastic that we're using. We have to also look at different things, so that we can culminate, that's a culminative understanding of what we should reduce. So plastic set aside, we have to think about the different fuel or, fossil fuels that we're using. Fossil fuels are not going to be there for a long time. With the amount of fossil fuels we're using and depleting all of these, throughout these years, they're going to be depleted, and we have to find an alternative. And electric cars are also wonderful. They use lithium batteries and they are rechargeable. But if you take a deeper look into electric cars, they use lithium. And to get lithium, you have to mine a lot, and that can cause a lot of dispersion of gases, reduction in the lithium resources, etc. And while hydrogen is a new energy, fuel type, it still shows that making it as well as using it is also much more cleaner when compared to all the alternatives. Yeah. And in GDC, So GDC is the Global Design Challenge, and we actually collaborated for 11 weeks, if I'm not wrong, with the Keysborough School in Australia. And during this time, we had the mission of creating a sustainable house. We had to use renewable resources such as water management, sustainable electricity using wind energy, hydroelectricity, all of that stuff. And we also had to be mindful of how we use our waste. We can't just, we have to use bioplastics, everything that we've already discussed about. And that was actually very fun. Here in India, we have a completely different structure of how we live in our houses when compared to the people in Australia. So that difference in the houses actually gave us different perspectives to look at. When you collaborate with them, we get different ideas, and that led us to have a complete understanding of how a sustainable house can be, and it also made us adapt to different ideologies when it comes to sustainable houses.
Yeah, thank you for that, Generation. So what he meant is our school has been one of the chosen schools by the government of Victoria, and we run a funded program here in terms of the Global Design Challenge. This is the second year that we had been there, and they underwent a complete training on what sustainable houses are using the clean energy solutions. So as he rightly mentioned, collaborating with another school in a different country, in a different setup, where the house is completely different, unlike our houses. Now they have given us co-space, and in that co-space they have to create a house which is sustainable. for them understanding. Those children had a very different vision about house. நம்மளோட வீடெல்லாம் வித்தியாசம், அவங்களோட வீடு வித்தியாசம். So இந்த வீடுக்கும் அந்த வீடுக்கும் செட் ஆகணும். So they've given us course space on a virtual platform, asking the children that you need to create one. That was the biggest challenge for them to first understand why the houses are different, how the houses are different, including a terrace garden or bio enzyme that we have. It was very difficult for them even to comprehend because they have not seen that. We are all living in a very small place. So that was the biggest challenge, and overcoming that challenge, our children did a wonderful job in collaborating with them. And the culmination, and even there, they knew. Now children are taught how to create hydrogen with the distilled water. How do you distinguish and then create? The kits were given to them and they worked on it. So it was a great experience, and I think those international collaborations with NGTM as the base mark, taking more schools across the globe, having that connection, giving that exposure, will bring in the best to our Tamil Nadu. That's the humble thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am and team, for passionately sharing why sustainability matters. Your words were a timely reminder that lasting change begins awareness and action. It's now my privilege to invite Mr. Fatta to kindly address the gathering. Please, sir.
எல்லா புகழும் பெருமையும் இறைவனுக்கே. முதலாவது இன்னைக்கு நிகழ்ச்சியோட தாட் was provoked from the song. இறைவன் தந்த இயற்கை, இதுதான் நிஜம். இந்த ஒற்றை வார்த்தையில தான் இன்னைக்கு நம்ம எல்லாருமே இங்க ஒன்றிணைந்து இருக்கிறோம். ஸோ அந்த காரணம் என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இயற்கையோடு சேர்ந்து வாழ்தல், இயற்கையோடு சேர்ந்து பயணம் செய்தல், இதுதான் நம்முடைய வாழ்வியல் முறை. இதற்கு தான் இயற்கையை நம்மளோட ஒத்து போகக்கூடிய எல்லா சூழ்நிலைக்கும் இறைவன் படைத்திருக்கிறான். நம்மளையும் அப்படிதான் படைத்திருக்கிறான். அதை மீறி செய்யும் போதுதான் நமக்கு பல பிரச்சனைகள் நம்மிடையே சேர்க்கிறது. பரவாயில்ல, நம்ம நிறைய விஷயம் பண்ணிட்டாலும் திரும்ப எப்படி ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு பாக்டீரியா வைரஸ் இருந்தாலும் அதை காம்பீட் பண்றதுக்கு ஆன்டிபாடிஸ் ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணுமோ, அந்த மாதிரி நமக்குள்ளான சில சக்திகள் இருக்குது. திரும்ப அது எல்லாத்தையும் மீட்டெடுத்து இயற்கையோடு சேர்ந்து வாழ்வதற்கு அதற்கான ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய அடித்தளம். திஸ் இஸ் a very big platform. இப்போ ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இந்த இன்டராக்டிவ் செஷன்ல சொன்ன மாதிரி, எஸ் we went there, we had lot of different boundaries, it was a different zone, time zone, it was a different temperature, climate and their culture, everything, but we had good rapport enough to be with them because something connected on the humanity. That is why this time we are having our NGTM conclave on this world map. The first time the NGTM has got it, because we are going to connect the entire globe. It's not only for Tamil Nadu, it's not only for India. We are going to connect and we are right on top. That is why this has been decided in this manner. The design speaks a lot of things. That is the same what this student represented. So இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியோட சாராம்சம் குறிப்பா இன்னைக்கு நான் பேசுறது எங்க பிள்ளைங்களுக்காக தான். Because you are the tide turners. You are the one and only people who are going to change everything. We are expecting you to be the change makers. Yes, உங்களுக்கு முன்னாடி இருந்த தலைமுறை செய்த சில தவறுகள் இல்லைன்னு சொல்லல, ஆனா அதை திருத்தக்கூடிய மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு வாய்ப்பு உங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சிருக்கு. இன்னிலிருந்து நீங்க ஒரு விஷயம், இன்னைக்கு நடந்த பிரேயர் சாங்ல இருந்து, இன்வோகேஷன் டான்ஸ்ல இருந்து, அந்த சாங் எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு என்ன பிரதிபலிப்பு உங்களுக்கு கொடுத்தது அப்படின்னா, நீங்க எப்படி இருக்கணும், உங்களுடைய வாழ்வியல் முறை எப்படி இருக்கணும், நீங்க எதெல்லாம் யூட்டிலைஸ் பண்ணணும், எதெல்லாம் அவாய்ட் பண்ணணும். ஸோ யூ ஹாவ் இனஃப் நாலேஜ். am I right? எல்லாருக்குமே அந்த நாலேஜ் இன்னைக்கு இருக்கு. அதை நீங்க எந்த இடத்துல எப்படி பயன்படுத்தணும், அதே மாதிரி இன்னைக்கு நீங்க வீடியோல பார்த்த மாதிரி how you should provoke others. Do you understand? Not only yourself, you have to provoke others to do it. You have to do it within your family first. உங்க அப்பா அம்மா கிட்ட, உங்க அண்ணன் தம்பி கிட்ட, then your neighbor, your next people. First இங்கிருந்து ஆரம்பிச்சு நீங்க கொண்டு போக this community will be bigger. So it's very important that you people take this NGTM in your hands, because the only motto that we have, but we have not mentioned anywhere, the students are the souls of the NGTM and the goodwill ambassadors are the face of the organization. This is the only motto that we are from the beginning we are having, but we have not mentioned anywhere because it should be literally living within ourselves. So, students, you are very important to carry out your responsibilities. Do you understand? So, in the opportunity உங்களுக்கு எதுக்கு கொடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கு அப்படின்னா to bring out your talents. How this team went to Australia, they ignited the minds, how they discovered something. The same way we want you all to bring your ideologies and your innovations to the global platform through this NGTM. Do you understand? Will you do it? Can I have a big yes? Good, super. So I will take this opportunity to thank a lot of people today because the first important thing I want to thank the President and Director Madam today who has given us a wonderful place and wonderful program to be taking place here. And the next thing, the driving force, the correspondent sir, the very important person. Every time I come here to see him, the very first thing is, it's a very energized person. I love to come again and again here to just see a blessings, to seek his blessings and to just say and hello to him. That's very important. And very, very important, the advisor of the SRM Public School, Malati ma'am. The only cause of this program happening today and the efforts that she has taken is fantastic. And I would like to take the opportunity to thank Mr. Dr. Puthiyathalaimurai who has come from Krishnagiri all over very long distance to connect, and also Ms. Ramya Rajendran from Vellore, she has come, and Mrs. Rebecca Abhishek from Archie Global School, and Madam Principal Madam, and also the Spartan group of schools. I have Shanti ma'am, the principal representing this school, and I have Mrs. Batma ma'am representing the MVM Avigna school, and the very important person, Mr. Ashok Kumar sir from the budding minds. So if I have left anyone, please excuse me. This is a wonderful program happening here. Why, அந்த மாற்றம் அப்படிங்கிறது நமக்குள்ள இருந்து தான் வரணும் அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கான நிகழ்ச்சி தான் இதுதான். மாற்றம் எங்கிருந்தோ வரும், யாரோ ஏதாவது பண்ணுவாங்க, நமக்கு அதுக்கு சம்பந்தம் இல்லை அப்படின்னு நம்ம நிறைய நேரத்தில் நம்ம மிஸ் பண்றோம். அந்த ஒன் லைன், அந்த ஒன் தாட்டை நம்ம ப்ரொவோக் பண்றது தான் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி நடக்குது. நம்ம தான் அதை ஆரம்பிக்கணும், நம்ம கிட்ட இருந்து தான் மாற்றம் வரணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு புரிதலோட இன்னிலிருந்து நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சீங்கன்னாவே பல மாற்றங்கள் நம்மளுடைய சுற்றுச்சூழல்ல நமக்கு தெரிய ஆரம்பிக்கும். நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா அதோடைய ரூட் காஸ் என்ன, எங்க போய் நிக்கணும், அதுல ஒரு சேஞ்சஸ் இருக்கணும். am I right? நீங்க ஒரு விஷயம் செஞ்சீங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அதோடைய மாற்றம் சொசைட்டில, கம்யூனிட்டியில கண்டிப்பா தெரியணும். சோ அதற்கான முயற்சிகள்ல இன்னிலிருந்தே டோன்ட் எவர் டேக் டைம், do it from now itself. So I really appreciate all your talents. இன்னைக்கு நடந்த எல்லா நிகழ்ச்சியிலும் participate பண்ண எல்லா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கும் my heartful thanks. You have done a wonderful job. I want to thank the teaching staffs, the organizing committee, the non-teaching, especially music sir. Wonderful song sir. Thank you for the song. And the children, the choir and the invocation dance, everybody, you touched the hearts of people who are sitting here. And the very important person I have to thank is Mr. Rajkumar, the man behind this complete program. He coordinated ஒரு virtually coordinate பண்ணார். அது ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம். We didn't come here, we didn't take any rehearsal, we didn't have any discussion. Am I right, sir? So he did a wonderful job on connecting and coordinating everyone. And also I thank the press media who have come today. I think you have come. The press media from Puthiyathalaimurai who have joined with us as a media partner, and also officially the Nalanda school who has joined along with us as the platinum partner, and also Spring Days who has joined along with us as the titanium partner. So thank you all, thank you so much, and we'll hope that's a better and greener community that is going to be here soon. Thank you so much. Thank you. I would like to take a small time to just introduce the organizing committee of the NGTM conclave, which is going to happen from right now. I would like to invite Malati ma'am, Dr. Malati ma'am. She will be the chairperson of the NGTM conclave. She is the driving force who is going to be completely for this entire NGTM conclave, and I would like to call Mrs. Rebecca Abhishek on stage, who will be the vice chairperson along with madam to take this organization, to take this event worldwide. Please ma'am. And I would like to invite Mrs. Ramya Rajendran, who is also the vice chairperson of this organizing committee. It's very important, you can cheer up them. 3 important women, the superpower today. That is very happy for me. That is really happy for me. பெண்களுக்கும் பெண் பிள்ளைகளுக்குமான முக்கியத்துவம் என்னங்கிறது நம்ம பேசிட்டே இருந்தா மட்டும் போதாது. அதற்கான நேரத்தையும் அதற்கான இடத்தையும் நம்ம எப்பொழுதுமே கொடுத்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கணும். அதற்கான ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு பிளான் தான் இந்த NGTM conclave is now having 3 powerful women who are going to drive this entire NGTM conclave. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. It's my privilege to invite our correspondent, sir, and advisor, ma'am, to present a token of appreciation to our dignitaries. Please, ma'am. Please, sir. I now request Mr. Fatah to kindly accept the token of appreciation.
1 second, sir. Sir, ஒரு சில வார்த்தைகள்.
அவையோர் அனைவருக்கும் எனது பணிவான வணக்கங்கள். வாழ்க வளமுடன். இன்றைய இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில் நமது பள்ளி மாணவர்கள் நடனமாடியும் இசைத்தும் பாடல்கள் பாடியும் மிகச் சிறப்பாக ஆரம்பித்து வைத்தார்கள். அவர்களுக்கு எனது பாராட்டுக்கள், வாழ்த்துக்கள். இன்றைய இந்த நிகழ்விலே அனைவரும் ஒரு உறுதிப்பாட்டை எடுத்துக்கொண்டோம். நெகிழி மாசு இல்லா தமிழ்நாடு, அத்தோடு நெகிழி மாசு இல்லா பாரதம், நெகிழி மாசு இல்லா உலகம் என்று நமது இயற்கை படைத்த இயற்கையோடு இணைந்த வாழ்க்கையை வாழ்வோம், செயற்கையான முறையில் கிடைக்கும் நெகிழியை புறந்தள்ளுவோம் என்று உறுதிப்பாட்டை எடுத்துக்கொண்டோம். அந்த உறுதிப்பாட்டை மனதிலே நன்கு பதித்து நேற்று வரை எப்படி இருந்தாலும் இன்று முதல் அதனை சிறப்பாக கடைபிடித்து அனைவரும் நெகிழி உபயோகிப்பதை தவிர்க்க வேண்டும் என்று அன்போடு கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். இந்த நிகழ்வு மிக சிறப்பாக நடந்தது. திரு ஃபட்டா அவர்கள் இந்த இயக்கத்தை மிக சிறப்பாக செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்கள் செய்யும் இந்த செயல்பாடு வெறும் இயக்கமாக இல்லாமல் வாழ்வோடு இணைந்த, வாழ்வின் ஒன்றிணைந்த வாழ்வு முறையாக நாம் அனைவரும் மாற்றிக்கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்று அன்போடு கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை மிக சிறப்பாக நடத்தி கொடுத்திருக்கின்ற அனைவருக்கும் எனக்கு வாழ்த்துக்களை சொல்லி இந்த நன்றியை நிறைவு செய்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir. I request Mr. Fatah to kindly come to the dais to receive the token of appreciation. Please, sir. Next, I request Dr. Puthiya Nalanda Group of Universities to receive the token of appreciation.
Good morning. Thank you so much for SRM Public School giving this chance. Because நம்ம ஒரு விஷயத்தை preach பண்ணும்போது நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்னு முக்கியம் இருக்குல்ல. So from the walls to what you do, you can do it. You can preach. So generally இப்போ நம்ம you cannot do what you don't do, right? You cannot tell what you don't do. But I'm so happy when I could just break down the events what happened here, right? I'm so happy. The H2 car, the racing, the 2 brilliant staff behind that. I'm just I wish I could be a part of the student and just do this racing. So happy for them. And the art master, I think Fatah sir already mentioned. I was so happy seeing him do this reaction, do this. That is what you get, right? That enthusiasm is what you get from the teachers. So as teachers today is August 1. So you have to take away only one thing out of this conclave. Do only one thing. We don't tell each one of you to do all the things which is listed here, right? But at least on August 1, you're doing this conclave, you're taking an oath, right? Do one thing, just one thing. Whatever you can help, நீங்க பண்ணலாம், உங்க பக்கத்துல இருக்கவங்க சொல்லி கொடுக்கலாம், do anything. But please do one change from your side. That will be so helpful. And thank you so much, Malathi ma'am and correspondent and Fatah sir, for organizing and giving a chance to come back. Though we are all into the same field, right? You don't see us as some competitor or something. We also learn a lot of things from people, great people like them. So thank you for this, for giving us an opportunity. Long live. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Mr. Ashok Kumar, co-founder, correspondent of Budding Minds International School, to receive the token of appreciation.
Good morning. I think it's been a really a privilege for me to stand here. இல்ல உள்ள வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறமே நான் பார்க்கும்போது மாலதி மேம் ரொம்ப நாளாவே தெரியும். பட் இங்க உள்ள வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் இந்த இன்ஸ்டிடியூட் எப்படி இருக்கு, ஒரு டிரைவ் தேவை எதுக்குமே. அந்த டிரைவ் வந்து ஆரம்பத்தில் இருந்ததுன்னா, அதாவது தமிழ்ல ஒன்று சொல்லுவாங்களே, தலை சரியா இருந்தா வால் சரியா இருக்கும்னு. அது அங்க மேல இருந்து ஆரம்பிச்சது ரொம்ப நல்லா போயிட்டு இருக்கு. ஏன்னா ஐ திங்க் இது ஒரு இண்டிவிஜுவலுடைய சக்சஸ் நம்ம எடுத்துக்க முடியாது. இட்ஸ் a கம்ப்ளீட் டீம் எஃபர்ட். ஓகேங்களா? ஆனா அதுக்கு ஒரு டிரைவ் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு ஒரு ஆள் தேவை இல்லை. முதல்ல அந்த புஷ் கரஸ்பாண்டன்ட் சார்ல இருந்து, மாலதி மேம்ல இருந்து அது வரும்போது ஒரு சரியான ஒரு மேனேஜர் இருந்த நிர்வாகத்தை எடுத்துட்டு போயிடலாம். ஆனா அந்த நிர்வாகத்துல வந்து ஒருத்தர் பின்னாடி ஒருத்தர் வந்துகிட்டே இருக்கணும்னா அதுக்கு ஒரு நல்ல லீடரா இருக்கணும். அந்த லீடராட தான் முடியும். அது வந்து ரொம்ப ஒரு ஹார்ட் ஃபெல்ட்டா ஐ எம் ஏபிள் டு ஃபீல் இட் ஹியர். ஓகே, ஸோ இட்ஸ் a very great moment for me to be here and thanks for inviting me. Okay? Thank you.
Now, coming from somebody from the same field as Dr. Puthiya said, it actually means a lot. Honestly means a lot. Thank you, Ashok. Thank you, sir.
May I now invite Ms. Ramya Rajendran, co-founder, Springs Days Groups of Schools, to receive the token of appreciation.
Ms. Ramya, new generation, young generation got into education and they run schools and colleges. A few words from you.
Thank you, ma'am. Firstly, thank you to our esteemed correspondent, sir, and to Malati, ma'am, and to Director Fatah for having all of us here. A few observations that I saw during the program. Beautiful program. You know, everybody said that. It was just beautiful to witness. But small things that I noticed, if I can share. You know, Malati ma'am was sitting there and the children were singing. I think there were twins in the choir, So one of them, there was quiet smiles being exchanged between ma'am and the children. And then the Tamil orator, one child was orating. Principal ma'am was like giving one nod, one appreciative nod about what was happening. And when Shakti was presenting, when she was there helping them all throughout. And even the Grand Prix winners, the open conversations that you had, ma'am, it was, one thing that stood out is the goals of clean energy came out of the children's mouth. So the education is already happening. It was wonderful. Even NGTM's goal, clean energy goal, the children were speaking that. And it was not a narrated speech. It was just coming out of that conversation. So the education is already happening here, and it's an inspiration to all of us as school owners to go and recreate this in our own systems. So thank you so much for having us. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next I request Ms. Rebecca Abhishek, founder of Achi Public.
Ms. Rebecca, a few words. I know you run a palatial school, and we all are in the same space, but few words about NGTM and then.
So thank you for this wonderful opportunity, and thank you for all those leadership responsibilities assigned. So my heartfelt thanks to our correspondent, sir, Malati ma'am and Fatah sir, and to all the educationalists here. So actually when I was listening to all their speeches, no one word when a child was telling it is because of our carelessness. He was very confident and he was looking at all of us. No, that is a sense of guilt. Of course we know, but as correspondents are told, see, past is past. There is a time we can change. So definitely we together can make a huge change. So best wishes to all the children and thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. As you rightly said, past is past. Yes.
May I now invite Mrs. Anita, Principal of Archie Public School, to come to the dais.
Thank you. Good to have you here.
Like others, I don't want to say anything. I want to feel guilty because I am part of a crowd that has polluted. I am also responsible. There were days when I used plastic. There were days when I flung the plastic. And why I feel guilty is because I have not cared for the future that is sitting behind in uniform. I promise that I will never do it. I will take care to see that my future, I leave behind a future, a clean future for you to be happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, I invite Ms. Badba Nagaradan, Principal, Maharishi Avigna, ma'am, to come forward and accept the token of appreciation.
Respected correspondents, Malati ma'am, first of all, I would like to take this as a huge privilege because we've been in touch otherwise on media, but this is the first time we had a platform to meet, and that's huge thing that this is an opportunity that this platform was one to meet, as rightly pointed out by all my other guests here, that it is something eye-opening. Every time I hear or talk about this or be with children who come on this platform to express these things, it honestly brings tears to my eyes because as Principal Archie School ma'am, she mentioned, it's something that brings a little bit of guilt in us. But at the same time, I would like to appreciate and thank Fatah sir, because we've also been part of this initiative. And for one thing, that it is going through schools, because they are the change makers, and if the young generation and we as supportive team can make this change and make an impact, I'm sure we can see a different world and to be connected. And all my appreciations to SRM Group for all that the school is doing, and I'm really proud and happy to be here today. And there's a lot of takeaways from me, from the music team to the team that presented the speeches and the AVs. Thank you so much. And thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
God bless you all.
I request Mrs. Shanti Shanmugam, Coordinator of Stratton Metric School, to receive the token of appreciation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. She is representing her correspondent, so ma'am says that this is an opportunity given by my correspondent. I really thank each and every one of you for being here. I know we share the same space, as you rightly said, that we are not competitors to each other. We are definitely trying to learn from each other and then grow each other, because we are all in this space healthy. Competition illa sir, there is enough fish for everybody in the ocean. That's what I believe in. And we are all trying to do the best to the student community in all that is possible. And it all can happen only when we share the best practices. I believe in sharing the best practices. There's no point in hiding that I am doing something and then I wouldn't definitely want to share. It is not so, not anymore. Maybe schools were like that earlier, but at this point of time, I think it is important for us to work in collaboration with each other, first within the state, then within the country, and then with the rest of the world. That's when we can actually bring in the change that we expect to, happen in the world. Thank you, Mr. Fatta. This is definitely a wonderful opportunity given to us, and let's start the Negari Masilla movement on the 1st of August from Tamil Nadu, and let's take it across to all students with all the competitions that you have planned for. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am and Sir. As we draw this inspiring conclave to a close, I now invite our Vice Principal Academics, Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Nagarajan, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A school is not only a center for learning the 3 R's, but also a platform for gathering comprehensive knowledge about our surroundings. As I stand here to present the vote of thanks, I begin with thanking Mr. Fatta, Director and Chief Project Coordinator, for choosing SRM Public School to host this event, thereby giving our students an opportunity to realize their duty towards the environment. I also thank his daughter, Ms. Sara, the young ambassador of NGTM, for her inspiring presence. I thank the management of SRM Public School for bringing such a wonderful occasion and many more such occasions which widen the exposure of our students to become soldiers of change in society. I thank the correspondents and principals of the attending schools. Your presence shows today your commitment towards creating awareness among your students regarding the harmful impacts of one-time use plastic. My gratitude also goes to the team from press over here. The good things that happen within 4 walls can really impact society only when the media impacts and they present to the world whatever good is happening around. So thank you very much by your presence. And heartfelt thanks to all the students who took part today. Especially, I take this platform as an opportunity to thank the H2GP team for filling our hearts with pride by their achievement on an international platform. Thank you very much, children. Our SRM flag flies high, even abroad. And thank you very much to my academic and administrative teams for their support in bringing up this program today. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Let us now rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद.
Thank you, everyone.
Interactive session with our student who is on a mission Mars. Now currently she is an Arctic mission. She is an Arctic. From Arctic she is going to connect with us and have interaction with the students. So she's on a mission Mars. She's all getting set to fly to Mars. And then we also have a session at 7:30 in the evening with the Russian Space Research Center Sputnik, because our children are, they are actually creating their own satellite. They are building their satellite. It is now from cars to satellite. So children are building our satellites and we are flying to Russia month end. So we have a session happening there as well. I'm definitely blowing my trumpet, but still very happy to say that because these children are talented. They're really talented, and there is enough and more opportunities that are available with regard to the STEM, for especially when girl children are, encouraged. There is more opportunity outside. Thank you.
வணக்கம், நான் மிஸ்டர் ஏகே ஃபத்தா, நெகிழி மாசில்லா தமிழ்நாடு இயக்கத்துடைய இயக்குநராக செயல்பட்டு இருக்கேன். இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 2019 மாண்புமிகு அப்போ இருந்த தமிழ்நாடு முதலமைச்சர்களால் தொடங்கப்பட்ட நிகழ்ச்சி. இன்றைக்கு பல பள்ளிகளில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி நடைபெற்று கொண்டிருக்குது. இன்றைக்கு இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி இந்த எஸ்ஆர்எம் பள்ளியில் முதலாவதாக ஒரு என்ஜிடிஎம் கான்க்ளேவ் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு அடிப்படையில் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி இன்றைக்கு முதலாவதாக இனிதே துவங்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இது வரைக்கும் அந்த முதல் நிகழ்ச்சியிலிருந்து இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் 15 லட்சம் மாணவர்கள் உறுதிமொழியை எடுத்திருக்கிறாங்க. அப்போ அதுலேருந்தே பிள்ளைங்களுடைய ஆர்வம் எப்படி இருக்குன்றது நம்ம கணிக்க முடியும். பிள்ளைங்களுடைய ஆர்வம் அதிகமாக இருக்கிறதுனால தான் இன்னைக்கு நம்ம சர்வதேச அளவில் இந்த என்ஜிடிஎம் கான்க்ளேவ் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு முதல் படியை எடுத்து வச்சிருக்கிறோம். அது இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி நடப்பதற்கு மிக முக்கியமான காரணமே பிள்ளைங்களுடைய ஆர்வம், பிள்ளைங்களுடைய எழுச்சியும் அவர்களுடைய பங்களிப்பு அதிகமாக இருக்கிற ஒரே காரணத்தால் தான் நாங்கள் இதை இன்னும் அடுத்தபடியாக சர்வதேச அளவில் எப்படி கொண்டு போகலாம் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு உந்துதல் சக்தியோட இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை நாங்கள் கொண்டு போயிட்டு இருக்கோம். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Malathi, Dr. Malathi Alosagar, SRM Puthupalli. நெகிழி மாசில்லா தமிழ்நாடு அப்படின்ற இந்த மூவ்மெண்ட் 2019 தமிழக அரசுல தொடங்கப்பட்டது. அப்போதும் முதல் நிகழ்வு எஸ்ஆர்எம் பொதுப்பள்ளியில தான் நடந்தது. இப்போ திருப்பியும் இதோட ரீவிசிட்டை இந்த குளோபல் கான்க்ளேவா எடுத்துட்டு போகும்போது அதுவும் இந்த நம்ம பள்ளிக்கூடத்தில் நடக்கிறதுன்றது ஒரு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமான விஷயமா இருக்குது. இதன் மூலமா மாணவர்களுக்கான மிகப்பெரிய விழிப்புணர்வு. ஏன்னா உலகம் முழுதும் பிளாஸ்டிக் நெகிழியிலால எந்த அளவு அழிவை நோக்கி நம்ம போயிட்டு இருக்கோம். கடல்வாழ் உயிரினங்கள்ல இருந்து மக்களுக்கான மாசுபட்ட தண்ணீர், காற்று, குடிநீர். ஏன்னா இப்போ நம்ம பார்க்கிறோம் மைக்ரோ பிளாஸ்டிக்ஸ் உடம்புல மனிதனோட ரத்தத்திலேயே கலந்து இருக்குது, தாய்ப்பால்ல கலந்து இருக்குதுன்ற கண்டுபிடிக்கிறோம். சோ இந்த நெகிழி எவ்வளவு ஒரு அழிவை தருகிறது. இந்த அழிவுக்கான விழிப்புணர்வு மாணவர்களிடையே சேர்த்தாதான் வரக்கூடிய வருங்கால மக்களுக்கு இதை பற்றிய விழிப்புணர்வு வரும். அவர்கள் ஒரு சுத்தமான காற்று, சுத்தமான தண்ணீர், ஒரு சுத்தமான உலகத்துல வாழ முடியும். சோ அதற்கான ஒரு முயற்சியாக தான் இந்த முதலாக இந்த கான்க்ளேவ் இங்க நம்ம ஸ்கூல்ல நடந்திருக்கு. தேங்க்யூ.